Now on Coast TV News.
President Biden pardons his son. What led to him reversing his decision? Fenwick Island dredging continues. The next step for the coastal project.
And teeth-chattering chill is still in the air, and it won't be leaving anytime soon.
More development proposed on Delmarva. What's going in front of planners this week?
This is Coast TV News at 11.
An unprecedented pardon with ties to the coast. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Thank you for staying up with us after Sunday Night Football. We begin tonight with breaking news. President Biden announced on Sunday he is pardoning his son Hunter on tax and gun charges, even though Biden previously said he would not do so. Hunter Biden faced sentencing later this month related to two separate criminal cases. Those sentencings could have landed the 54-year-old in prison for decades. Last September, the younger Biden pleaded guilty to 9 tax charges. Last June, a jury found him guilty of lying on a gun purchase form. The president said he decided to issue the pardon because he believes his son was, quote, selectively and unfairly prosecuted. Hunter Biden issued his own statement Sunday that said, in part, he has admitted and taken responsibility for mistakes he made during, quote, the darkest days of my addiction. You saw this story first on the Coast TV News app. We have full details right now, right there. New tonight in Rehoboth Beach, a much delayed and maligned paving project resumes. Paving will continue Tuesday after the hometown Christmas parade there in Rehoboth on Monday night. And in related traffic news, Angola Road in Lewis, which has been closed for months, will partially reopen on Monday, December 2nd, according to DelDOT. Now, while the road will open, drivers should expect lane closures during the day. The right turn lane onto Route 24 will remain closed. Full paving of the road is expected to be done by spring. This week, DelDOT's Dewey Beach Public Safety Project on Route 1 starts. Now, we've covered this extensively for months. The town says sidewalks will be replaced, signs will be moved, and even lowering signs at crosswalks. Dewey says the work will go on until March. Fenwick Island's town council will meet this Wednesday. It's all about its ongoing dredging project, including when dredging will be done. The council will also review soil testing results and discuss the next steps for equipment removal and finalizing the project timeline. New tonight, the controversial proposed Belhaven Hotel in downtown Rehoboth Beach is making headlines once again. According to a Planning Commission agenda, the commission will discuss a decision made by the Board of Adjustment regarding plans to build a 4-story hotel where Candy Kitchen currently sits on the boardwalk. It's not clear what this new agenda item is about, but it does say the Planning Commission will talk the legal basis for the Board of Adjustment decision and the potential appeal. The Belhaven Hotel has been the subject of many back-and-forth meetings and requests, most recently about off-site parking. This next meeting is on Friday. Short-term rentals are increasing in Ocean City. Did you know over the last 2 years, over 200 rental licenses have been handed out? Well, Coast TV reporter Kevin Zapay shows us what the town is discussing this week.
Short-term rentals are taking over Ocean City. There are nearly 9,000 of them in the coastal town. Now the Ocean City Council is looking at extra regulations. One regulation the Ocean City Town Council discussed is possibly adding a minimum length of stay for certain short-term rentals. The minimum length of stay would be at least 5 to 7 days for short-term rentals that are single-family homes and manufactured housing. Charles Walker is a regular visitor, and he thinks that could help.
Well, 5 to 7 days, I think that would be a pretty good idea. People, they just come for the weekend and they're gonna have a good time and they're gone.
Another regulation would limit occupancy, making it a maximum of 2 people per bedroom. But that's gotten pushback from local landlords who claims it would cost them money.
Everybody comes down for 3 to 4 days. That's what they come to Ocean City for. They don't come for a week anymore because they can't. It's gotten bad.
With people split on these changes, the Ocean City Planning Committee has decided to push this to public hearing. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Ocean City Planning and Zoning is scheduled to meet on these short-term regulations Tuesday at 6:30 there in Ocean City. With Thanksgiving over and done with, thousands of people hit the Rehoboth Beach outlets this weekend. We spoke with both shoppers and store workers who say it was even busier than the summertime.
We actually had 3,000 people coming through the door, and on an average Saturday it's usually only 700 to 800, so it was busy.
Now here are some interesting stats from the National Retail Federation on just how big this shopping weekend is. This year, surveyed shoppers say they spend 2.5 to 3.5% more than last year. This holiday shopping season is only 26 days, the shortest it can be. And still, the National Retail Federation says a record 183 million people are planning to shop in-store and online between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday this year. Plans for 90 townhomes are front and center in Lewis once again. The Overfall Preserve on Savannah Road goes in front of the Lewis Planning Commission Friday at 9 a.m. According to the agenda, the commission may give recommendations on the Overfall Preserve site plan to City Council for review. This Thursday, Lewis Mayor and City Council will consider changes in this area to protect students walking to school, cyclists, and more. An ordinance would ban stopping or parking on parts of Savannah Road. That's all happening Thursday morning there in Lewis. Well, you might remember the name Overbrook Town Center. That was what was originally going to be here, an 850,000 square foot shopping center. After years of appeals and hearings and pushback, eventually Overbrook was dropped and housing was approved. And as Coast TV's Christina DiRobertis shows us, the plan for that parcel has now doubled, and the next step on the project is happening this week.
Sussex County vote no, no, no for Overbrook Town Center. That's the message people were pushing about 7 years ago when a developer wanted to put what would have been the largest shopping center in southern Delaware on Route 1 and Cave Neck Road. Here's a look at the new plans, once again drawing the ire of the community.
Another development. We have too many going already.
The biggest concern, whether the roads can handle the influx of new neighbors.
They should be redoing our roads first, and we first moved here because it was a small, quaint community. Now you don't even want to go out in the summer.
Rich Barrasso was one of the most vocal opponents to what would have been the Overbrook Town Center. He says he's worried this new seaside at Lewis will change plans that have already been prepared for nearby roads.
It will literally crush the roundabout that's planned on the west side of Cave Neck Road.
According to DelDOT documents included in Seaside at Lewis's subdivision application, this development and others would, quote, require alteration of the Cave Neck Road overpass project design. I'm Christina DiRobertis, Coast TV News.
And this Wednesday, the subdivision is in front of Planning and Zoning again. According to the agenda, that is so the public record can be closed. Now, and many of our viewers are new, so if you're not familiar with what was Overbrook Town Center, let me explain. Sussex County Council denied the first Overbrook application 4-1 in 2016. But then Council was court-ordered to rehear the application. They did that in 2018 and shot it down again. Plans to build 135 homes on 64 acres were later approved. According to planning documents, up to 236 homes were proposed for the site in totality, though again, that's now up to 359, and the lot has doubled from 114 acres to 240. And we have an in-depth article on this proposed development and the history of the project on our website. Just search Overbrook. State park goers, you're going to want to listen to this. 2025 state parks passes and surf fishing permits go on sale Tuesday at 8 a.m. Those passes can be bought at state park offices or online. Tenrec says delivery can take up to 3 weeks. Annual park passes are $35 for locals. Surf fishing permits, $70 to $180, depending on residency and peak access. But remember this, guys, there's no cap on those tags anymore, so there's no need for another mad dash or camping out to get them like a lot of us did a couple years ago. Well, Monday morning on Coast TV News, tune in for live coverage from Washington, D.C. What does the president's pardon mean for the White House and Capitol Hill? And then coming up Monday evening, Costco won't confirm, but neighbors say they're hearing differently. Tune in to Coast TV News for news on a giant parcel on Route 24.
Well, we'll have to deal with some cold, cutting winds this week, so expect blustery conditions on the beach.
After that, celebrating 2 big wins on Delmarva. Don't go anywhere. We're back in just 60 seconds.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on a sporty new Civic, spirited Accord, fun to drive HRV, and versatile CRV. So don't wait, turn your holiday dreams into reality with a new Honda named KBB.com's best value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
We are looking for your help with the next Coast Country Cares event sponsored by Spicer Brothers Construction. Stop by the center at Salisbury near the food court on Saturday, December 7th from 11 to 1. We will be collecting new unwrapped toys for Toys for Tots. Please help make a child on Delmarva very happy this Christmas morning with your toy donations. Coast Country Cares from Spicer Brothers. For your last roof installed by the best, the only choice is Spicer Brothers.
Well, depending on exactly where you are, you might be able to catch a random snow flurry right now if you take a peek outside. Of course, after you watch our newscast, not before and not during. But that's all that we're looking for as far as any kind of precipitation is concerned for the rest of the overnight going into the early morning hours. Mainly, it's going to be dry and big time cold. Right now, you take a look outside, we're looking pretty dry. Now, our frost potential goes like this. We're looking for freezing conditions for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now, here's the kicker. Although we're looking at frost unlikely on Thursday going into Friday, it's going to be the coldest time I expect, or the coldest conditions, because that's when the winds are going to kick in, along with the temperatures taking a dip, and we will feel like, get this, the teens, okay? Just get your mind in that space to get ready to deal with it, okay? I mean, temperatures, we're already feeling them in the 30s right now. We had a couple of light flurries from earlier, and they quickly moved across the region. If you didn't catch a picture of them, you probably missed most of it, or the potential of that. But we have a frontal boundary. It's already pushed through. The cold front's already pushing through the area, and behind it we have a pocket of very dense cold air that's going to be merciless, believe it or not. Now we're going to drop into the 20s, 24 in Greenwood, Seaford, as well as Del Mar and in Salisbury. And that's not even including how the winds are going to affect things. Now, we've already had the batch of light precipitation that's already pushed through. And by the 1 o'clock hour, we're looking for it to continue to stay very clear for us. So when you break down our expectations for Monday, we're looking for all kinds of sunshine. It's going to look, quote unquote, like a warm day. Don't get fooled now, okay? And the dry conditions are not going to make it feel any better. And we're dry on the ground as well. Extreme drought conditions from Milford to Lewis, severe throughout most of the county. And now we're into a severe category in and around the immediate Salisbury area. And our precipitation chances, man, little to nothing for the next 4 to 5 days in a row. So that's how that's shaping up. Now let's take a look at this cold feel in the air. Now we go into Monday evening, we'll stay at freezing when we get up to freezing. So we're going to stay below freezing most of the day. That's crazy cold. Now we'll flirt with the 40s briefly for us on Tuesday. And then as we go into Wednesday, we're going to dip right back into the lower 30s. But it's the winds on Thursday that's really going to be a thorn in our side. I mean, out of the southwest early, but then when it shifts directions, it's also going to pick up momentum coming out of the northwest. So that's a dry, cold, cutting wind that's going to be extremely uncomfortable. So cold conditions will stay dominant. Now, I'm going to take the time and walk you through our expectations for the morning. Monday morning, it's going to feel like 18. Tuesday, it's going to feel like 20. Wednesday, 22. Thursday, early 35, but then Thursday night going to Friday, we go down to 17, as I said earlier. Here is a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
All right, Paul, thank you. Let's talk cold. You saw it on screen as the Bills battled San Francisco. A monster lake effect snowstorm dumping a couple feet of snow from northeast Ohio to Buffalo. In Buffalo, crews worked all day at the Bills Stadium to clear more than 2 feet of snow from the playing field before tonight's game against the 49ers. And then it just snowed again, and they could get up to 20 more inches of snow before Tuesday morning. In case you didn't know, Sussex County is home of football champions. Indian River beat Tattnall this weekend, capturing the Class 1A Delaware State Championship for the first time since 2011. IR beat Tattnall 47-45, and parents are very, very proud.
This team has put everything they've got, the coaches, the players, our cheerleaders, our band, the entire community is behind them. We bleed green and gold.
And guess what? For our Maryland viewers, Stephen Decatur heads to its state football championship this Saturday, December 7th. Police are investigating what appears to be a random shooting at the Biden Welcome Center in Newark. Troopers say a 45-year-old New York man was robbed and shot outside Starbucks around 7 a.m. He is expected to be okay, but officers are looking for his attackers. Still to come on Coast TV News, a local man who reached international acclaim in the sport of dog shows on display this weekend. We have his story next.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford Crew. Black Friday.
What's happening?
It's the extra shipment of Ford trucks and SUVs.
Serious SUV capability.
Ford F-Series, best-selling trucks for 47 years.
Bronco and Bronco Sport.
I can smell the adventure now. Yeah.
It's Black Friday time.
Just announced. Get $1,900 plus $1,750 cash on Escape and $1,500 cash on the 2025 Explorer plus no payments for 90 days. Hurry, offer ends December 2nd.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between. From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league. We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference. We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture and North Star Heating and Air Conditioning.
When you're new to the family, cooking holiday dinner can be nerve-wracking, especially when they're not easily impressed. So I had to make sure everything turned out perfect. Turns out perfect looks a little different in this family.
I'm sorry, it's tradition. Welcome to the family.
You're always there for them, and we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
Local news is really important, especially right now. Local news is still largely trusted by the people in the community that they cover, and a big part of that is because we're out in the community every day. We're meeting people, we're talking to people, we're telling their specific stories, because there's a lot of people that want to know what's going on here. There's a lot of people that have opinions about what's going on here. That matters from a journalistic standpoint.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
A nationally renowned dog handler with local ties, Kaz Hosaka, was on the hearts of many this weekend as the National Dog Show aired. Kaz was from Rehoboth Beach. I actually met him at last year's dog show. He was very gentle and kind and a big winner. And this year it was clear his legacy lives on.
The Best in Show winner at the 148th Annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is the miniature poodle.
This was the moment Kaz Hosaka and Sage, the miniature poodle, won Best in Show in May 2024, a crowning achievement for the Rehoboth Beach man who spent decades in the dog show world, and sadly his last, after winning and announcing his retirement.
No word. I'm so happy, exciting.
Hosaka passed away just a month later. His presence wistfully absent at this year's National Dog Show.
You know, Kaz was pretty legendary in our world. He was immaculate, he was a great handler, a great groomer, a great person. And we miss all three of those things about him.
Hosaka's accomplishments remembered just as much as his compassion.
Hi, Tippy, yeah.
Lina DuPont says Kaz mentored her daughter and her poodle, Chippy.
He was so kind and generous with advice and encouragement, and it meant a lot to her.
Greg Strong knew Hosaka for 40 years and calls his friend
a type of person that would help anybody, whether he knew him or not.
Kaz's love for Sage and the sport made clear to everyone around him.
He always had time to talk to people. We would always see Kaz running to the ring because he always had people back at his station that he was talking to. He was a celebrity.
His passion and professionalism lives on even now.
We think about him all the time. You walk through the poodle area and you can't do that without thinking of Kaz.
Gone but never forgotten at the National Dog Show.
He was just an exceptional individual, and they don't make him like that anymore.
One of my favorite anecdotes I learned this year was some of the fellow poodle owners and competitors said with love, quote, "If Kaz is showing, we aren't winning." He was 65 years old. Still to come, Delmarva's Holiday House, what you can do to get your gorgeous home on the big screen. But first, how safe is all of your new shopping? We have ways to check when we get back.
For many in our community, the holidays can bring about stress as they strive to create unforgettable moments.
That's where the Bless Our Children campaign can help.
Every penny you give helps families right here on Delmarva.
You can help local children by accepting the Shell Brothers Bless Our Children Challenge. As our thank you, we'll list our business name on the Shell Brothers Honor Roll.
You can donate by sending a check or money order to the address on the screen or online at blessourchildren.org.
Together, we can make the holidays this year a special one.
Slay's the Holidays is on. Listen for the cue to call and win your share of amazing rock prizes like autographed and signed guitars, drum heads, concert tickets, limited edition vinyl, and other exciting memorabilia. Slay's the Holidays is sponsored by Charm City Run Rehoboth Beach. Get all the details at 935thebeach.com. Happy holidays from 93.5 The Beach.
Local businesses are the lifeblood of our communities.
When you're shopping for gifts this holiday season, please buy local.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Leah from Coast Life, and we're urging you to buy from businesses on Delmarva this holiday season.
Whether it be cars, toys, or furniture.
When you shop local, you support your local community, you protect local jobs, and you strengthen the local economy.
So let's use our buying power.
Because together, we make Delmarva stronger.
You gotta come to the forefront. The cream rises to the top. You can't hide from this. You can't hide from this. You either want it or you don't. You gotta go out there and take it. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Let's go to work.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
We love the holidays at Draper Media, including generous viewers donating to the Bless Our Children campaign. Each donation, which comes in a card, ensures every child on Delmarva has a present to open Christmas morning, and then we put them on our tree here. Here is a card from Dr. and Mrs. William Lord, a $200 donation. Thank you, Lord family from Rehoboth Beach. We really appreciate you. Let's take a look at more folks who are helping.
And we want to thank businesses, groups, individuals, and so many more who have donated at least $1,000 to the Bless Our Children campaign and stepped up to join the Shell Brothers Challenge.
Here's a Shell Brothers Honor Roll and amounts given in increments of $1,000.
Atlantic Community Foundation, James Maloney.
Eastern Shore Corvette Club, Inc. Tony Tank Tribe, number 149. Carolyn D. Lehman Johnson, Midway Par 3.
Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle. Jeff and Ann Vitas. In loving memory of John Angelis. Kathy and Michael Newcomb.
Apgar Turf Farm, Inc. Suicide Bridge Restaurant in memory of Bill O'Hickman.
Eastern Shore Region Antique Automobile Car Club. SPI Farmer Incorporated. Peninsula Imaging LLC. Johnny Janosic.
In loving memory of Sean Noel.
Classic Cakes.
David and Luis. Willard's Lions Club. Mr. and Mrs. R. Dean Goldsboro.
Rose Wheaton. Horsey Poultry Farm LLC. American Legion Post 64. Tops Cut Off. American Legion Sinpuxent Post 166.
Jefferson, Orion, Doan, and Sterner, PA. Pepsi Bottling Ventures. Crowley Associates Realty, Inc. Murray's Residential Services.
Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton. Burris Logistics. Terra Firma of Delmarva Paving. Alan Corman and Son Incorporated.
Lewis Rehoboth Moose Lodge 646. J. Stacy Hart and Associates. Dwayne and Brandy Geis Absolute PDR.
ABC Refrigeration Incorporated in memory of Pop. Ramco Solutions. Miranda, Hard, and O'Leary Contracting LLC. Closet Works of Delmarva LLC.
Unfinished Business Thrift Shop. Idlewild Ruriton Club. Redmond Orphans Board. Painting in America Made Great Again Early Johnson Painting.
HVAC Services Unlimited Incorporated. Contractors for Case Foundation. Mike Singleton's Pest Control. Shore Fund Tractor Pullers.
Historical Vintage Car Club of Delaware, Inc. In memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan.
Sons and Daughters of Italy in Ocean City Lodge, number 2474. Dagsboro Paint and Wallpaper. Chris's Pool Service.
Lydia's Grab and Go Bistro. IES Residential, Inc. In memory of Joan Louise Ranger. Creative Concepts.
Collins Wharf Sod. K&T Utilities LLC. Eastern Shore Traffic LLC. Chesapeake Trenching Incorporated.
G.R. Campbell Construction. Cox's RV Repair. Zion Church of Salisbury Women of Faith. Wheels That Heal Car Club. American Legion Auxiliary Cinnapunxet Unit 166.
Preston Growmark FS. American Veterans Thrift Store. Cheer Incorporated Employees. Daisy's Well Drilling. CG's Beach Base.
American Legion Nanacoke Squadron 6. B&R Auto Parts, Inc.
Again, we appreciate all of you taking on the Shell Brothers Challenge as part of WBOC and Coast TV's Bless Our Children campaign.
And if you'd like to help, you can donate on our website at blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping WBOC, Coast TV, and DSN lend a hand.
And together, we can make the holidays this year a very special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
In your health news tonight, as we showed you earlier in the broadcast, holiday shopping definitely didn't stop on Black Friday. Cyber Monday brings a lot more. Experts say make sure you're buying presents from reputable places and that those toys are age appropriate. In tonight's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has top tips to make sure you are buying safe gifts.
It's that time of year. You want a good deal on all those presents, but toys can turn dangerous if gift givers aren't careful.
We've seen over the past year over 200,000 trips to the emergency rooms associated with toys, and unfortunately about 10 deaths.
The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says there are ways to make sure what you're buying is safe. First, make sure the present is age appropriate. To do that, look for labels on the packaging.
For any children that are under 3, we really worry about things can cause choking or suffocation.
That includes watching out for button batteries and other small items within a toy that can be swallowed or inhaled. Water beads can be especially dangerous if ingested.
They're really easy just to spill, get lost in the carpet, and you're not going to find all of them, but your child is crawling on the floor will.
If you're planning to give a present with wheels, whether it's a bike, scooter, or motorized scooter, the CPSC says to also make sure you gift safety equipment like a helmet to go along with it. And if you're shopping online, make sure it's a reputable site.
Take a look not only at what the platform is, but also who the seller is. And if you don't recognize the seller's name or think twice about whether or not you want to buy from them. And if the deal is too good, you really want to think twice about whether to buy from that person or not.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Officials say it's also important to make sure what you're buying hasn't been recalled, especially if you purchase something secondhand. After the break here on Coast TV News, a new mascot for a local fire company. We'll tell you his role up next, Paul.
And we are dry again for the previous month. We fell very shy of our normal numbers, and we're looking for a blustery beach breeze for the next few days as well in a row. So we'll bundle all that up coming up.
Capture your favorite moments at the Coast TV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The Coast TV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
We are looking for your help with the next Coast Country Cares event, sponsored by Spicer Brothers Construction. Stop by the center at Salisbury near the food court on Saturday, December 7th from 11 to 1. We will be collecting new unwrapped toys for Toys for Tots. Please help make a child on Delmarva very happy this Christmas morning with your toy donations. Coast Country Cares from Spicer Brothers. For your last roof installed by the best, the only choice is Spicer Brothers.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Close your eyes for 3 seconds, and I want you to visualize something great that you're going to do today. I did this all day today, in between meetings. I know what I gotta bring today to win for this team. What are you gonna do to sacrifice for your brother?
A big part of me being who I am is my faith, and I'm really grateful I work somewhere that accepts everybody, right? They really value people who have different backgrounds, different beliefs. They see that as a strong suit. Putting my faith towards what I do for work has been really helpful. My faith has really led me to just love everyone I come in contact with and share their stories more. I think it gives me this empathy that I wouldn't have without my beliefs.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
Hi y'all, it's April from Coast Country, and every Tuesday I get the honor of highlighting an amazing teacher right here on Delmarva with Teacher Feature. If you know a teacher who deserves some extra love, those who go above and beyond every day, head to coastcountry.com and nominate them today. Then tune in each Tuesday to hear their story. Teacher Feature right here every Tuesday at 11 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and Vernon Powell Shoes.
As the Christmas season rolls around, we welcome everyone to share their holiday decorations. We want to see all your bright lights and festive setups. Just send your pictures and videos right now to coasttv.com/holidayhouse, Paul.
And you may have a couple of snowflakes on your house right now if you take a quick look, because it's dissipating as soon as it falls. But as far as this week is concerned, in Chincoteague, we're looking for sunshine and 41, 46, and then we may get a chance to warm to 50 by Wednesday. But Wednesday's a tricky day because it's going to become breezy by then, especially by Thursday. Fenwick Island, same situation. Beautiful sunshine Monday and Tuesday, but don't let that sunshine fool you. It's going to be cold, frosty, freezing kind of cold. It's going to be the same thing for us in Ocean City. And then finally up towards Lewis, we're expecting a few scattered clouds on Monday, then sunshine and abundance on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're looking for 46. So tonight, we have a few late brief flurries, 23, 40 tomorrow with some sun, and then very chilly early for tomorrow. And then we're looking for brilliant sunshine, but still cold early and most of the day as well, with 43 degrees on Tuesday. Finally, here is a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling extended forecast. Now catch this, we're going to start warming up from 40 for the high up to about 48 on Thursday. But Thursday, although we're looking at this being the warmest day, that's not the warmest day. That's going to feel like the coldest day, because on Thursday, that's when the winds are going to start kicking up at 30 to 40 miles per hour. So it's going to feel worse than all the other days combined. And then we're going to get even colder than that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So bottom line, I'm telling you, just pull out the Sirius jacket. Don't put it back in your closet, because there's going to be a need to know, a need to deal with it all week long.
All right, Paul, thank you. Well, the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company has introduced its new mascot, and I love a Dalmatian. Firefighters say it will promote fire prevention and safety and even be appearing at various events along the coast. Speaking of various events, are you looking for plans Monday night? The Rehoboth Beach Christmas Parade kicks off at 6:30 p.m. The Hometown Christmas Parade is organized by the fire department. There are marching bands, local businesses, dancers, and even Santa Claus. I'm honored to MC it once again, so please come by, say hello, and we will see you for all the fun there on the Avenue at 6:30 p.m. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News after Sunday Night Football. For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. We'll see you in just a few hours for Coast TV News Today, starting at 5. Have a great night.